Great.
Pain always has a purpose with a blessing afterwards.
That's true.
Yep. That's how it has been for me. So
Hmm.
consistently, there's always a blessing to be found in the middle of a storm.
Hmm. That's something that I think all of us experience. Some of us don't maybe take it that way. Some of us are running away from pain, right? Or hiding, or actually taking that and pain drives us to go either from it or towards something.
Depends on whether you want to see pain as evidence of a blessing that's coming, or your breakthrough that's coming, or whether you see it as an obstacle. So it shuts some people down and it accelerates others.
Yeah.
So pain is always evidence of a breakthrough on the other side. And if you can see it that way,
yeah,
you can then start the process of navigating towards embracing pain and not being afraid in the middle of it, not giving into fear in the middle of pain. What enhances or what makes pain more acute and difficult is when you are in a state of fear and anxiety over it, whether that pain is physical, emotional, or spiritual.
That's good. So let's go deeper into it. But first,
oh yes, the introduction.
The introduction.
Who are we? If you haven't seen us before,
yeah,
my name is Jesse,
and Irina,
and we are marriage mentors.
Yes.
Especially newly marrieds or helping singles get married. Our specialty is helping singles get married and then start off with a great marriage and keep it there. How to stay in the honeymoon stage perpetually. So
we say we help you to go from I do to we thrive.
I like that.
Right?
It's good.
And it's Radical Connections TV.
That's right.
So with that, let's go deeper into it. Why do we want to talk about pain? You're probably already getting bored and clicking off this video because that's not something you want to hear. But a lot of people that are successful actually achieve their success because there was something in their life or a lot of things in their life that was painful, and they endured the pain and they went through it, and the pain coming out of it made them stronger, right? And more resilient to things, and they just kept on going.
Yeah, all of the world changers that you can name experienced some sort of pain and difficulty that they pushed through and overcame. Recently, what was the name of that magazine that had the title of 100 People Who Changed the World? I think it was Life magazine.
Yeah.
Anyhow, there's a bunch of names in there, most of which I recognize. And yeah, show it to the camera. So
right there.
There's a screen picture. Life magazine, 100 People Who Changed the World. And world changers embrace pain as a part of the process, and they recognize that pain always has a purpose, and that there's always a blessing to be found within it, and they realize that strength is built through pain. And I even like to take the word pain and switch it over into discomfort. It's a more of a redemptive name for it. And if you see it as discomfort, you can then see it as okay, I'm out of my comfort zone. And by me pushing through, I will come out stronger on the other end. You'll be more resilient. It's just like a tree, that's in the middle of a field is always going to be stronger in the face of a windstorm than the trees in the forest that are protecting each other and are rather coddled, so to speak. I remember back when I was living at home with my folks as a teenager, a tornado tore through the woods behind us, and it just wreaked havoc. Those trees had no chance. They like snapped like toothpicks. And the old shade tree in our front lawn has survived multiple small twisters that took some limbs off, but it never uprooted it. And man, that thing is just rock solid. It's been through the windstorms since it's been a sapling, because it had no other trees to depend upon to strengthen it. And so it is with, the more you get stretched and bent and out of your comfort zone, the stronger you will become in the long run.
Yeah, I was just thinking too, if we go into the Bible and we read how disciples follow Jesus, a lot of them had to go through a lot of pain to follow him. Some gave up a successful career and everything that they had to follow him. And others, a family. They left their family, not to abandon them, but they were, ambassadors. They were, what do you call them? Like a student, right? They're a student. Disciples. They're gonna follow their master, and they're gonna learn from him. And if you think of it now for us as believers, if we are really following Christ and we want to be like him, a lot of times, or all the time, really, we are broken, and we have to pretty much die to old self, right?
The old of anything in your life has to somehow die or fade away to make room for the new.
Yeah. So it's painful. No one likes change. No one likes that transformation where you grow and it hurts. Same as a teenager. If you think of it, teenagers go through such a painful growth and fast that their bones are stretching fast. A lot of teenagers start getting stretch marks on their skin because they're growing so fast. It's actually painful. I remember when I was a teenager, my bones were hurting because they were growing so fast. My joints, everything was just like, wow, right? It's a change. When we become adults, or a man and a woman, we go through puberty. That's a change. It's not always as butterflies and and rainbows. There's pain involved in it.
Discomfort.
It's discomfort.
Yep.
So pain, we don't want to even say that pain. Like, I like what our friend said. She said, I don't call it pain, I like to say discomfort.
Yeah.
Because pain is, a lot of times when you focus on pain, it becomes even more painful.
I'd also like to touch on the bald eagle. And I don't know that the bald eagle is exclusive to this, but definitely the bald eagle, perhaps others as well. But anyhow, they fly towards the storm because they realize that by flying towards the storm, they can catch a warm air current going up that can take them to unimaginable heights without needing to flap their wings to get there. And likewise for us, when we fly towards the storm of, we could call it our own shit, fly towards your own shit and embrace it, and embrace the discomfort of rising higher and overcoming that, there's growth to be found in that, and you can rise and soar higher.
Yeah.
So I'd like to close with a quote, unless you have something more you wanted to share on that.
I was just gonna say, the life is gonna throw things at us as is. And if we learn how to actually get so comfortable with uncomfortable, with discomfort of things, that we are very quick on taking and maneuvering around it, or take it as is and be like, okay, bring it on. That's okay. I can do it. I can handle it. I've seen it before. It's okay. It's going to be fine. Then we are moving towards creating, what do you call it? I wrote it down somewhere. It's intentional, right? You create your own discomfort so that you can rise up. Like you mentioned earlier, creating your own discomfort so you can rise up.
Yep.
Okay.
So I have a playful play on words with the word ownership. Ownership is owning your shit. Forgive the word. If you want to use manure instead, go for it. But the meaning and the intent stays the same. Own your stuff, and
That was from today's.
Yeah, I got that from Carlos.
From Carlos, our mentor.
I thought that's pretty clever.
That is pretty clever. And you know, it's so true. When we own our
manure,
I mean, don't keep it. You just keep moving.
own it and
out.
do something with it. Like turn it into compost and plant something new.
Yeah, yep. So
all right, guys, until next time, thank you for tuning in.
Yep. And whatever you're finding discomfort in, there might be purpose in that.
That's right.
Bye guys, be blessed.